Good evening, horror fans. This is Frank the Vamp, and today we're going to talk about spirit photography. For those who don't know what that is, this is a very creepy subject. There's some people believe that just taking everyday photograph, if the an entity, a force, the energy of someone that has passed away could be captured in on film. And some people really truly believe on that, and uh, it's a strong belief. Actually, if you search on Google or you look in the internet, you can find that there's thousands and thousands of people who follow this and believe this. And the following was so strong that it actually spawned a couple of films. The films that I'm going to talk about today are basically they're the two versions of Shutter. And Shutter was originally a 2004 Thailand version, and then it spawned an American remake on 2008. And we're actually going to talk about both. We're going to talk about both movies. Let me just start by saying that they're both great. They're awesome. They're both creepy. I think that one is better than the other, and and a lot of people agree with me with what I've been seeing. You don't have to agree with me, but I want you to listen to me and see if you agree. And I actually recommend you to see both because they're really good films. Let's start by talking about the original Shutter. And bear with me, I'm sorry because I'm gonna say this. The Thailand names, Thai names are really hard to pronounce. So, for me at least. So let me try to do my best. Okay, so this film was directed by two people, Banjon Pisantanakum, and also Park Pom Wong Pum. Okay, it's also starring Ananda Everingham and Nata Wiranuk Tongmi. Okay, so this film, it's about a couple of Toon, who is a photographer in Thailand, and Jane, where which one night they're driving somewhere around Bangkok in Thailand, and Jane is driving, and unfortunately she seems to, out of nowhere, hit a woman that just popped up in front of her vehicle. At first they get really panicky. She wants to come out and check out what's going on. Did she really committed vehicular manslaughter? Did she kill someone? Is that person? But strangely, she's convinced that the woman's not there anymore, and that she shouldn't get out of the car and they should just drive away, which is really strange and weird. In the beginning, you don't know where this is going, but it will make sense later. So they both drove away, and afterwards, Toon, the guy, he's got some. The photographer has some neck pains. Goes to the doctor, thinks it's something has to do with the accident, and discovers he has some unnatural weight gain. He doesn't look like he has gained a lot of weight, but the scale indicates otherwise. And there's a overall creepiness as the supernatural starts to set in. Toon starts to see white blurs in the photos, and his girl Jane starts to suspect that it could be spirit photography of the ghost of the girl they hit. Um, After Jane investigates more, she finds out that the girl that keeps popping up in spirit photography, it's a girl that used to study at the same college that Toon studied photography, apparently. And the name of the girl was Natre. And Natre, apparently, later on, Toon confesses that he did had a tumultuous relationship with with Natre, and that apparently Natre was kind of like an outcast and too clingy, and she was seen and ridiculed by others, and he didn't like that, and he was kind of ashamed of her, and basically that he had to dump her, and that she overreacted and tried to kill herself, and that it was just a horrible events that he was ashamed of telling her. But from this point, basically, I don't want to spoil anymore. That's where it takes a real supernatural turn, and we're gonna find out where the relationship goes between him and between Stone and Netre, and what Jane can find out about about what went on and why the apparition keeps popping up in their lives. One thing that I can say about this film, it has awesome nightmares visuals. Once again, let me tell you, I just love that. I just love the shots in this one, the special effects. Oh man, this is right out there with The Ring and The Grudge. If you like, that type of Asian horror, supernatural type of Japanese, very Japanese like. This is a Thai film. Okay, this is my first Thai film. I seen another horror film called I think it's Mark. I can't remember. Art of the Devil. Art of the Devil is the other film, which is a pretty good film. It has a cult following as well, but we're not going to talk about that film today. And other I seen other Thai films, mostly martial arts with Tony Jaa, which are pretty good. So this is an excellent. This is by far the best Thai film I ever seen. It's awesome. I can tell you that it's really creepy. This film is really scary. I like stuff that scares me. I really appreciate that the directors setting the mood. The ending, it's awesome. And another thing that I can tell you is that Thai and Chinese movies, so far what I've seen is that they have that creepy vibe where they actually mix some reality, some cultural belief that they have about cremation and about the dead and all kinds of things which are real, which add to the atmosphere. So this is the thing, when you have a film that shows something such as spirit photography, which some people believe that is real, and mix it up with fiction, it could be really really creepy. I definitely recommend this film as a must see. Now, I also like the remake, um, and but we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about the strong points and the similarities and differences. Shutter 2000 was made 2008 for American audiences, directed by the great Masayuki Okiai. And Masayuki directed another great Japanese film called Infection, which I'm going to try to talk about in another video. But I really did enjoy watching Infection, and I can tell you that I can see why. This guy is a great director. This is starring Canadian actor Joshua Jackson and Rachel Taylor. She's, I believe, is an Australian actress, but I believe that they're both playing Americans. So they both play Ben and Jane. It's a very similar story. This is essentially this pretty much the same movie. The story is very similar, and it has pretty much the same outcome, but it has a few strong differences. This one takes place in Japan rather than Thailand, and I believe has a lot to do with the Japanese director. And one of the things about this is that Ben is basically a photographer abroad, accompanied by his new bride Jane. They both go to Tokyo, where Ben works, and basically the two strengths of the films is this one talks about and claims it shows real pictures of spirit photography, which is awfully creepy. So it's just a plus. I really like that about this movie, rather than the other one. mentions it, but it doesn't show it as much. This one has a segment, a segue that has to do with that. So this is awesome. And this one, it's a little bit more clear as to why the relationship between Ben and the girl in this one is pretty much the same thing, where the girl is an outcast and Ben has a relationship with her, and the girl's name is Megumi. And in this film, we learn the true nature of Ben's character. I think more clear, and you are going to develop some feelings about what type of man Ben can be. And at the end, this is definitely a cautionary tale of love and hate, and what a woman scorned can do. And it's really really creepy as well. Um, Now, there's some weaknesses to this film. It's not as scary. I seen this film before the Thai version, and I thought it was really scary. But after I saw the Thai version is way more creepy. I did get a couple of jump scares of Shudder, but the other one is way better. I believe, as far as that sense, that, and because I like movies that are more scary, I definitely go with the Japanese. I mean, with the Thai. I'm sorry, the Thai movie version in 2004. But the 2008 movie is also pretty good. So whether you watch either one of them, you're still gonna get the same payoff. The end is the same. The story outcome is the same. Follows a similar plot. It's just an overall two good films. I recommend them both. Like, if you can only see one of these, watch the 2004 version. If you are more into American films, watch the 2008 uh, version, and you won't be disappointed with either one. I just believe that the Thai version is better. Um, I really really like this. These films, and I give them two thumbs up. Now, as far as you know what's coming up next in my channel, I'm definitely going to talk more about doing this Asian in remake, American remake, and I really like. I want your feedback as to see how you like this format, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool to talk about both films. So there will be upcoming videos of The Ring and Ringu, so American and Japanese version, and The Grudge and Ju-on. That's the other film, and just be stay tuned for all those things. So guys, be blessed. Take care. Watch Shutter. It's a good film. It'll scare you. Don't believe me? Watch it. Take care. Sweet dreams.